All righty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that little technical hiccup. We get them every now and then, the joys. Come in, ladies and gentlemen. Come and have a seat. Long weekend, end of the week of a long weekend. So we had about 80 or 90 people here last night, and I see we've exhausted everybody. They're like, no, I'm not coming back today. I was here last night. But I thank you for coming through today. Obviously, we present every day here at DuePoint. So we're glad to have you with us. Thanks for tuning in live today. I hope we didn't disrupt you too much there, but we are up and running now. Folks, we're going to spend the next 45 minutes talking about DuePoint. That's where you're at this morning. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's, of course, important to note, because for many people, they've not heard of DuePoint before. Well, importantly, we are a division of a 7-decade-old insurance company. Started in 1952. This is our 66th year. So we are not a new startup. This is not something new. It's just that you haven't heard about us yet, and you'll understand why by the end of this presentation. We are, of course, a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company, and you can find everything you need to know about DuePoint and Constantia online. We are, of course, an authorized and registered FSP as well. There's our FSP number if you want to spend some time looking at that. In addition, we got real people here at DuePoint. We're not made up people on Facebook. We're not people from overseas. We are South Africans. You will find us here every day of the week, Monday through Saturdays. We work very closely with you at DuePoint, and you'll get to know us very well no matter where you are around the country. Today, you're dealing with me over here, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive. I'm going to take you through what we do at DuePoint. And what we do at DuePoint is two things. Our primary objective at DuePoint is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to create income and wealth for themselves. Right now in the South African economy, we don't have particularly many options. If we did, we'd all be doing them right now. We have no control over our income. We're seeing this more and more. We've been looking at the riots and the strikes that have been taking place this week. This is people demanding to have control of their income again because we just don't have control. We understand why they want the increases, because they're battling the other thing they don't have any control over, which is our economy. We talk about this every single week at DuePoint, and I'm glad the newspapers bring me factual evidence of it every week as well to prove that what we're saying is true. Right now in our economy, prices are out of control. The rand again this week is totally tanking, which means prices are going to be going up again on everything. But our salaries don't increase. They never increase. We get it once a year, and we get 4% or 6% or 10%. And it's not enough to cover the cost of our increasing prices in our economy, which are probably sitting at around about 17 to 20% per annum. This is the reality that we find ourselves in, and it is the reason why we started DuePoint. DuePoint as a division has created a tool that we believe creates wealth. That wealth unplugs you out of the emergency situation you find yourself in, the one where you are using debt to cover every single one of your expenses because you simply don't have enough income to cover the cost of living in South Africa. You use it for car loans, home loans, food loans, clothes loans, everything. You're sinking yourself deeper and deeper into debt with. And we hope that this tool will help to unplug you. The second thing that we're doing at DuePoint is, of course, we're opening the window for the average South African to look into the financial services space. It is a massively regulated industry, probably the most regulated industry in South Africa, and that means that South Africans cannot be involved in this space. Well, we're changing that with the DuePoint system. And it's with those two objectives that we have created, like what I've just said, our DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system is where you come in. What it does, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. Wealth engineers do nothing other than connect individuals to DuePoint. You don't sell, you don't advise, you don't advertise. You simply connect individuals to us. By connecting people to us, you give us the opportunity as DuePoint to penetrate the South African market in a way we couldn't have done with normal TV advertising. And with that extra penetration, we're able to now facilitate the purchase of our products and create revenue. And it's that revenue that allows us to create an extra recurring income for you. Now, this is critical to understand. I constantly end up talking to people through the weeks who haven't understood the value of what we've done here. In every other system as we know it in South Africa, you are required to sell something. And when you sell something, you create revenue from that sale. But that means you're only making revenue when you're selling. If you're selling pots and pans or creams or milkshakes, or I've seen all sorts of mouth throat sprays, whatever it is you're selling, you're only making money when you're selling. Now when you're busy at work, or you're stuck maybe you're sick in hospital, or you're away on leave, you can't make revenue. And so in those months, your revenue drops off. Here at DuePoint, we work on a recurring income. That means an income that is there every single month, no matter your personal circumstances. We do this through the process of financial services and lifestyle products, which run on automatic debit orders. Those debit orders run no matter what's happening, no matter what long weekend we're moving through, no matter what public holiday we're on, those debit orders raise. And it means that you can now trust in and rely on an income that you have created here at DuePoint. It is there every month that you move forward. It completely distinguishes DuePoint from every other system in the country that we know of today. Now, folks, we wrap that in a system that allows you to leverage others. So we know that you've only got so many hours in the day, and our number one reason for not doing DuePoint is I don't have time. I hear my client service ladies talk about it all the time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, none of us have time. None of us have any time. And it is the DuePoint system that actually buys your time back. It's one of the things it's been designed to do, is to actually free your time again. So not having time to do this business isn't really a valid excuse. But at the same time, we've built a system that allows you to say, well, I only have a few hours a week, maybe a few hours a month that I could spend on anything other than the work that I do every day. And therefore, we allow you through our system to leverage others in creating your income with us. This means that 24 hours a day, you can create wealth with us at DuePoint. Now, it doesn't cost you anything to be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. And this is something I've had to debate with a few people before. People still think there's a cost to being a wealth engineer. Folks, for being a wealth engineer, there's no charge. We don't charge you a startup fee. You're not going to be buying a box full of products from us today, and there's no startup fee that you've got to pay, and there's no monthly fee. We don't charge you an admin fee, we don't charge you a sales fee or marketing fee, and we don't charge you for application forms. There is no cost for being a wealth engineer. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer, and you'll keep that status forever with us here. And so today is not a financial risk decision. You're not going to be spending money today. It also doesn't require any specific education or experience. Because you're not intermediaries, not brokers, you're not agents, you're not selling. In fact, we contract you out of selling. You're simply connecting people to us. As a result, anybody of any level of education or experience can be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. And that allows everybody to be able to build an asset at DuePoint. This is something that we don't do as South Africans. In our history and in our past, we've not allowed the average South African to create an asset that they can hand over to their children every year or when they pass away. What we have done is we've created assets here that create recurring income. And that recurring income does not stop when you die. It actually gets transferred to your children and to your children's children one day too. This is generational legacy that we are creating at DuePoint. We are not thinking about just the next 20 years. We're thinking about generations. As a 7-decade-old insurance company, our outset, our view is much further ahead in the economic impact that we can have with the DuePoint system. We've also made sure that the system does not put you in a position of discomfort. And this is often the reason why people are afraid to engage in direct selling. People are afraid of the discomfort. Their ego is very important to them. What will my friends say? What will my friends say? Will they block me on WhatsApp, unfriend me on Facebook, or just laugh at me? Well, we understand this, and so we have made what we believe is the finest system in the country. First of all, you're not selling anything, so now you don't have to be afraid of selling, because you don't have to sell anything. We don't have products you have to cart around and try and convince people to buy. And ladies and gentlemen, you never have to present. There's only 2 people that present the DuePoint opportunity, and that's Rob and I. And through our technology, we're in your pocket 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country. All the things that you were embarrassed about or potentially embarrassed about in the system, we've eradicated, making this what we feel is the finest system in the country. We leave you with one task, one simple task of simply connecting individuals to us here at DuePoint. How do you do that? Well, what you've got to do is one of 4 things. You can go to our information counter and buy our USB stick. Particularly if you struggle with data, get a copy of our USB stick. It's 170 Rand. You plug it into a TV or a computer, and there we are, giving the DuePoint presentation for you. The second way is you can come here every day of the week, Monday through Saturday, at no charge, no cost. Come here with your guests and your acquaintances, night times, lunch times, mornings, and we do the presentation for you right here out of this building. And the third way, of course, is through our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you search DuePoint, and you will find every presentation we've ever done there on YouTube. Now, this, of course, means that this business is not localized to Johannesburg. This is a nationwide business. In fact, if you're here today, you never have to return again. All you need to do is tune in to our YouTube channel every day, and you will be connected to us. It doesn't matter what time of the day, it doesn't matter what day of the year, YouTube, you know, is always open and ready for you. Our fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our broadcasts, every one of our presentations is broadcast live across the country. So you look up on your schedule, on our website or on your phone app with us, and you'll know exactly when we're going to go live. And when we go live, if you're at work, at home, coffee shop, church, wherever you might be, as long as you've got a screen and an internet connection, you simply push play and you're live in the room, as are hundreds of people with us right now. It is a technology that makes this system so convenient to you and for you. Now, as you connect individuals to us, some of those individuals, and remember, as I said to you, lots of people carry stigma, so we know that, but some of the individuals you talk to are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here and are going to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is now born. These folk will go out, they will connect individuals to us as well. Some will become wealth engineers, and we will allocate them to you again. This process repeats itself over and over and again over time as you penetrate the South African economy for us. We then come along as DuePoint. We facilitate the purchase of our products throughout your channel, and your income is now born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a pyramid scheme, it is not a Ponzi scheme, and it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I know that that disappoints many people. They want to get rich quickly. Folks, we've seen it again this week, another scheme, scam, whatever, collapsing in South Africa, taking 62 million rands worth of South African money with it. I don't understand why people put their money into this. Folks, we don't ask for your money to start with. Secondly, we are a licensed and listed insurance company in South Africa. This is the real deal here. The real deal means that we are creating something genuine and something lasting, and that means it comes at a price. Now, the price is not financial. We've built a system here that doesn't cost you. It's time. That's the price you're going to pay. And that's the one that frightens most people away. You see, we don't run presentations here like they do on Facebook. I'm not going to promise you millions of rands in 90 days. That's what everybody does. There's nothing on earth, including cryptocurrency, that's going to make you wealthy in 90 days. Nothing will do that. What we're building is a lifetime wealth for individuals, and it's going to take time. Time and effort and thought is the price that you pay at DuePoint. Now, for those of you who do and create market penetration for us, you allow us to start the first mechanism of the process, which is the facilitation of our product. We facilitate the purchase of 3 products. Our first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It is 324 Rand a month, and for that you get 2 separate products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account, of which we take 100 Rand a month and we put it in. There's no notice periods or restriction periods on that, and that 100 Rand a month is available to you anytime, anywhere. It's your money, which means the actual cost of this product is only 224 Rand a month. And for 224 Rand, you get 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. That's what it costs to be at DuePoint, less than 250 Rand a month. And for that, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. Now, folks, none of our products cover death via illness or natural causes. Why? Because our objective here is to create wealth for you, which means that we need to be able to allow you to put everybody that you bring to DuePoint into your channel. If we were to include illness or natural causes, we would now have to risk profile the people you brought here, and half the people you brought here would not be able to get into your business. Now, this is where people get confused. You see, people think that this is what we do at DuePoint. Obviously, we're here to sell products, but I can get a better product at Hollard, or I can get a more comprehensive one at Discovery, etc., etc. Yes, you might well be able to do that. We think our products are amazing and competitive, but you might well be able to get a better product at a better price. But that's not what we do at DuePoint. What do we do at DuePoint? We create wealth. That's what we do. And even our products have been designed to put you in a position to create wealth. Our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month, and for 299 Rand, you get access to all of our suppliers. We're a big corporate. We negotiate prices, discounts, account managers, services, specials all the time that you could not necessarily get as an individual. And for 299 Rand a month, you get access to all those suppliers, all of them. every month. You don't have to go to the gym and get your heart rate above a certain rate for 30 minutes. You don't have to drink coffee in specific coffee shops. None of that. You pay $2.99, you get access to all of them. And of course, it's like the gym. You use it or you lose it. If you're not using it, you can't get your $2.99 back. If you purchase this product, use it to make your personal expenditure that much more efficient. Buy more for less through this product and use it successfully, as many of our wealth engineers are doing. Those are our 3 products. Now that brings me to the point where people often ask, but Brendan, how does the maths in this business work? Well, let's look at it. In the traditional insurance and banking space, what do? We advertise to you. We spend hundreds of millions as an industry advertising to you through TV adverts, billboards, SMS campaigns, radios. You think about it, everywhere where there's an advert, that's us paying to get you to connect with us. How do we afford that? We put it in the price of your products. It's that simple. Every month, whatever you're paying, your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car insurance, 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing. You're just paying for the next month's adverts. Now at DuePoint, we've done exactly the same thing. The only difference is we do zero advertising. That's why you've never heard of us before today. What we do is we use you. You go out and connect individuals to us. And that's when you get, like today, your first time of hearing about DuePoint. But what it does now is it allows us to take all that money we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, all these guys, is now available for you and your channel. And this means that we're now in a position to start creating that wealth for you. We start it by using the first of 2 methods. The first one is our returns program. Our returns program pays you $27.50 for every product payment made in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So for example, you go out, you chat to a couple of your friends. Some become wealth engineers, they pay for their product, and when they do, you get $27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. 55 Rand not per person, per product. Which means that if they take 2 products, you get 110 Rand. If they take 3, you get 165 Rand. You are back in control over your earnings and your income again here at DuePoint. Now these folk go out, they chat to a few more friends, some become wealth engineers and they pay for their product again. You get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200% again, 55 Rand. 55 Rand for every product made. Now in this particular example, you've put a handful of people in, you've been here for 5 minutes and you're earning 1,000 Rand a month, 12,000 Rand a year, off of the back of a small amount of effort. Now this is where we believe that we are very competitive. In the 21st century, we want real money. We need real money to survive, and our system allows that for you. Now, you spend some more time and energy on building your channel, and over time it spreads and it grows. You continue to earn, but now on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. From the 8th point on, though, you have unlimited potential. You can grow your channel to any size you like, and you can earn on all the points in your channel as long as you qualify to earn. Go watch our YouTube training video, and you will see, firstly, how to qualify, but secondly, how we've created that generational legacy. You can build your channel to any size while you're alive and earn on all the points, and then hand it over to your children, and they can do the same thing. Without limit, you're able to build an asset creating wealth for you at DuePoint. All right, so what does that translate to? What are the rands and the cents on the ground? Well, difficult to tell. You're all going to grow at a different rate. Many of you are going to do nothing. Some of you are going to grow slowly. Some of you are going to shoot the lights out. How do we know? Well, all we can do is look at the averages. We pulled 2 decades of information, and we came up with what we call the 3+2 growth formula. We think it's conservative, we think it's reasonable, and we think that anybody, no matter how busy you are, can apply this growth rate formula to you at DuePoint. It says 3. In your first month, you've got to put 3 people. That's it. 3 people on the first point of your channel in an entire month. Then every month thereafter, you've got to put just 2 people into your channel. 2 people every month. That becomes your responsibility. Can you put 1 person into your channel every 14 days? Because that's all you've got to do. Work with your channel to do it. We apply our maths of lapses and cancellation rates to your earnings and to your channel. And we believe quite conservatively and realistically that after 6 months, you can expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month. That's 30,000 Rand a year that you have created with 6 months of what we think is minimal effort in the DuePoint system. That's what we've done. If you can push through and do another 6 months, make it a year, that number rises to 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. So 1 year from now, you are potentially in a position with what we think is a conservative amount of effort to be earning 10,000 extra Rands a month, 120,000 Rand a year. Now folks, you're not going to quit your jobs to do this. This is a tool you add to your life. And when you've added an extra 10,000 Rand to a household income every month, we believe already things have started to change quite dramatically for you and most South Africans. Can you do 2 years? Because if you're going to do 2 years of adding that plus two every month, we believe that you'll be up to about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month after 2 years. That's 360,000 Rand a year. You'll see how different we are. Again, I like to make this. I keep reading on Google and on Facebook all these things promising you hundreds of thousands of Rands in 90 days. No, that's not what we do here. We don't believe that it's real. We don't believe that it's possible. But most importantly, it's not sustainable. What we have created at DuePoint is sustainable wealth. 2 years from now, you're earning an extra 30,000 Rand a month. Life has already changed, and that money can be relied on. It's recurring, and it is steadfast in our system. 3 years, it rises to 45,000 Rand a month. 4 years, it's up to 60,000 Rand a month. And after 5 years, we believe that you'll be quite realistically and conservatively on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month with us. That's R1 million a year. It has not taken 5 minutes. It's not taken 5 months or 5 weeks, and you have had to stick it out. Is this business easy? No, it's not. Why is it not easy? Someone said to me the other day, no, you can't tell them that it's not easy. It's easy to connect people. Yes, it's very easy to connect people. It is a totally different story to get them to catch the vision. It is totally different for them to be able to say, okay, I will commit 5 years to an exercise of creating wealth for myself. I heard a fantastic quote the other day, and I think it really applies in every format, not just at DuePoint, where the person said, people are far more willing to do the hard work of being poor than they are to be doing the easy work of being rich. People would rather stay in their circumstances. So we know that, and so we work around it. We take 5 years of labor to get to R1 million of earnings a year going forward on a recurring, steadfast, reliable basis. It is worth the effort at the end of the day. Now, does it actually work? Are people doing this at DuePoint? Absolutely. Every week, every month, we bring up a handful of folk from around the country, not necessarily high flyers, just people, the normal people, picking the tool up and doing the work. This month, and quite recently, we had our latest few that we put on stage. We have Lingao here. He comes from the northwest. I'm going to have to practice pronouncing that over there, from the northwest. And he has spent 5 months with us. 5 months, guys. That is from the beginning of December. So since Christmas, he's been here with us. And in that time, he's created for himself an income of 4,625 Rand a month. All right, now that's fantastic. All right, so in 5 months, he is on more than double the 2,500 Rand a month that I said you could earn in 6 months. He's on more than double that in 5 months. That is what he's created for himself. We've got Sidwell. Sidwell joined us 10 months ago and said he wanted to find 10 guys to work with. And over the course of 10 months, he's created himself an income of 4,800 Rand every single month going forward. So he's going slower. So I tease some of them. I say, you, the 3 plus 2, you, the 1 plus 1. You know, it's the different clubs. What do you want to be? You can be anything you like. You can be the 100 plus 100 club. It really doesn't matter. But Sidwell says, no, I'm building it slow and steady. And at the moment, he's taking home close to 60,000 Rand a year with DuePoint after 10 months. Happy, extra income. This is hobby income. You get your normal salary, and then we put another 5,000 Rand a month into your income every single month. Then we've got Donnie. Donnie's been with us for 2 years. So we said, let's look at what's happening now over time. DuePoint's been around a while. What are the long haulers looking like? Well, I said about 27,000 Rand a year is what you should be on. Donnie is on 24,000 Rand a month. 24,000 Rand a month. Then that's life-changing money. That's already life-changing money. This is extra income that he's created slowly and systematically, but now on a recurring and reliable basis every single month. A channel worth 24,000 Rand a month. And what I love about it is Donnie has been building at 3.7 people per month. That's all he's done. 4 people. Can you connect 4 people a month to DuePoint? 4 people. That's what he's done. On average, he's connected 4 people every single month for 24 months. And as a result, he's on 24,000 Rand a month. It's an unbelievable story. He's got a great story. Go onto YouTube, watch his story. You'll find the stories of many of our wealth engineers there. An amazing journey over the last 2 years where he says, for the amount of effort he's put in, life has changed so differently, so much for him. And yet, if he had chosen not to do DuePoint, how much worse would life have been right now? What has it cost him to do DuePoint? It's only been gain. for him through this process. And of course, as I said, you can watch the stories of many other people that we've had on this stage over the few years that we've been here. So folks, that's DuePoint. Everything that I tell you after this is really just cherries on the cake. That is what we do. Your decision should be based on what we have just discussed. Are you going to step out the box, pick up this tool, and start creating wealth for yourself? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. If you decide to do it, it's very simple. You go to our website, click the apply button, fill out the form, and in 5 minutes you're a wealth engineer. No money having parted from your hands. You're up and you're running, creating wealth for yourself from this moment forward. If you're serious, get the tools. You can order them at info@DuePoint.net, or you can come to our information counter. The prices are on there. Get the tools. If you struggle with data, the USB stick is your solution. It's 170 Rand, buy it. It's got the presentations on it. If your phone's battery dies all the time, get the backup battery. Your entire business is on your phone. Everything about DuePoint is online. Make sure you've got the battery. Get the business cards. If you're struggling to connect with people, the business cards legitimize your connection with them. It's a 5,000 Rand set that we get you for 645 Rand. You get 500 customized cards in that set. Get the tools if you're serious about changing your wealth. Folks, we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's our #1 connection to you. It's the heart of our business. It's free to subscribe. Get on there, subscribe, and you will know when we go live every day and when we upload content. Download our app onto your phone or onto your tablets. It is a connection into your channel. You can see in real time what's going on in your channel. Your training is there. And again, I ask it every night. I'm going to keep asking it until everybody's done it. Click the tools button, watch the training. Understand that this business is not the same as everything else. It's certainly not what you think it is. Watch the training, understand it, and start building your wealth through our app. Guys, we're not doing SMSs anymore. Our new notification process is built into our app now. Make sure you've got the app on your phone and follow the notifications. You can send out the live stream link in the notifications by pushing the share button, and you can send it via SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook, everything that you've got. Make sure you're watching it. In addition, folks, if you're coming to our office, just to make coming through the boom a little bit easier, click on the events button at the bottom of your app and book yourself in. Then you won't have to sign in at the gate. You can just tick off on the list. It's much quicker to get in that way. So go to events, click attend, and make sure that you're booked in for these presentations. All right, folks, to help you get going now, we do a whole bunch of things. We start with doing things called wealth quests. Every month, our wealth quests are different. They've got different criteria, and if you're able to complete the criteria of the wealth quests, you are rewarded with tools. iPhones, tablets, Apple tablets, smart TVs, all sorts of air tickets. We've got all sorts of things that we give you that you can use to build your channels here at DuePoint. This month, we've got a particularly special one. We've got the You're in the Army Now Wealth Quest running. And for those of you who are able to put someone in, get them qualified this month, and rank up this month, go and read the T's and C's about it and understand it properly, there's a 10,000 Rand reward in it. You not only will get your returns and rewards, and you will not only have ranked up in our training system, but you will have earned an extra 10,000 Rand. This month is the month to be really going for it now. 22 working days this month. It's our longest working month as well. And of course, all the public holidays are behind us, so now we can really get stuck in and get serious about this business. Rank 4s and above, 90-day challenge still running. This is your last month. 5 rank 2s in your channel, and there's 25,000 extra Rand in it for you. Rank 4s and those aspiring to be rank 4s, this is the one you got to go for last month that it's running for. Folks, we know that you don't know how to do this, and so we want to help you. We've got our training program. We call it our XP Rewards program, and it takes you from beginner to expert in how to build successful channels at DuePoint. Through a series of steps and programs, we teach you the basics and the intermediary and the advanced stuff about DuePoint. As we do that, as you complete the steps, we give you XP points, experience points. They are not worth anything other than a measure of how you are succeeding in our training program. As you gain more experience, naturally your channel is going to grow, and where you meet those 2 criteria, we rank you up. And when we rank you up in our training program, we reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. The cash gets a little bit more serious as you get a little bit more serious, and then at rank 5 we start to reward you with tools. At rank 5, it's an imported Lightning memory stick from the US. It's filled with our presentations, downloads, testimonies, tools, all the things you need to be connecting people to DuePoint no matter where you are, whether you've got data or not. At rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand set of imported business cards that are gold gilded and custom made for you. These connect individuals to you. They're a powerful, powerful tool. If you want to see what a 12,500 rand set of cards looks like, go and look in the glass cabinet afterwards, or find one of these chaps. There's many of them now that have got the cards. Go and find them, ask them to take a look. They won't let you touch them, but you can have a look. They're expensive cards. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us every year, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star, business class, all expenses paid. This is not one of those things. I love it. I laugh so hard. I hear people saying, no, I was with this and I was with that, but then I got the trip, but then they told me I had to buy the air tickets to get there. That's not fair. Fantastic. I'll pay for your hotel in Thailand. You just got to buy a ticket to Thailand. You know, that's not, no. And some of them you've got to pay the airport taxes. Other than them, you've got to get a transfer to the airport. No. At DuePoint, it's all expenses paid. Now, this, our program runs currently to rank 28. This is what I call our cheap and nasty holiday at rank 9. It's really the first time you start to feel the lifestyle change that we offer as well. At this point, rank 9, you're earning properly. You've started feeling the financial freedom. And now we start to change your life as well. All part of the objectives of DuePoint. Is there a price to pay? Absolutely. Time, guys. It's what we're bad at in South Africa. We're not rich instantly. We don't want it. Here, you're going to have to put the years in. As you put the years in, these are the rewards along the way, in addition to the returns that we've been discussing. And you don't go by yourself. You go with your family. Do we go? Yes, we do. We've been before. We're going at the end of this year. And if you come with us, this is what your holidays will look like.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
All right, it looks okay for a cheap and nasty. Hey, I'll be there at the end of this year. The question is whether you'll be there at the end of this year. There's plenty of months left. Record to rank 9 is 5 months. 5 months. Here we go. 5 months to rank 9. Will it take you 5 months? Well, maybe, maybe not. Average is 19 months to rank 9? Will you quit because you don't make it in December this year, or will you realize that we go every year? So if you miss this year, who cares? Come next year with us. It's not a competition. You don't start at naught in January. Every year you build your channel bigger on the work that you did the year before. We can guarantee that everybody who perseveres is going to go rank 9. But we can also guarantee that everybody who quits is not. This is the decision you have to make. What are your other options at the moment? What else? What else is there out there? Is it easier to continue doing the hard work of being poor? Or are we willing to pick up this tool and do something different, something outside the ordinary, and do it for a long time to create a completely different future for ourselves? At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented from us. It's not financed through us. We don't give it to you and then take it away. It's your car. And we hope that you're going to continue to build your freedom with us from that stage forward with that car. So folks, I think you can see that we are very, very serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. We have put tens of millions of rands worth of capital into this business. We've brought the best people in the industry together to make a system that every South African can use to change not only their wealth, but their lives as well. And today I ask you to bring us your questions, bring us your concerns. Let's answer them for you. But don't walk away without this tool in your hands. And don't walk away and not use it. Take the tool and use it. Get out there and do the work of changing your future with us. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside. And thanks for all of you who've tuned in live today.